Hello everybody, Adam Parks here with another episode of 5 Minute Pitch. Today I'm here with Mitchell Young from TransUnion, who's going to talk to us all about contactability. How you doing today, Mitchell?
Great, Adam. Good to see you.
You as well, and I know that you've seen a few of these in the past, so you've got 5 minutes to tell our audience all about TransUnion and the contactability solutions that you're providing. So without further ado, ready, set, go.
Well, great. Thanks for having us, Adam. I'm excited to talk about contactability scores. For a long time, I think people know TransUnion for their recovery scores, for their collectability scores, and with the recent acquisition of Neustar, we're also answering the question of contactability. We see contactability as probably the biggest shift happening in the industry right now. Right? I think the contact strategy historically was a persistent strategy, right? A persistence of calls. There was limited channels, and I was just going to call somebody, dials were cheap, and we were going to reach a consumer to resolve their debt. For a host of reasons, that's shifting. Reg F's limiting dials, technologies enabling more channels and making it easier, consumer preference are driving the use of additional channels. People don't trust phone calls anymore. So for all of those reasons, we see a shift from this persistent strategy to one of an engagement strategy. And by engagement strategy, we mean using multiple channels to try to meet a consumer where they are and let them interact with you in a way that they're most comfortable with. It means not anonymous communication. It means I want to reach out to somebody. Maybe it's via email, text, call, maybe all of those. Give them a portal to self-select and respond to me. So to do a contact strategy well, you need three things. You need really good contact intelligence. You need to come up with a strategy that leverages that intelligence, and you need technology to enable it. At TransUnion, we're providing the contact intelligence and consulting support on the strategy you should use based on that intelligence. So let me talk about contact intelligence. For us, we see that as phone scores, email scores, and behavioral insights around phones and emails so you can call or text or email well. It sounds easy to make calls and to send emails. It's very complicated. For those that have started to send emails, you know you can end up in bad reputation damage for your IP. You can end up on blacklists. Just emailing at will is not a great strategy. There's lots of scores and intelligence we have based on behavior that can help to separate good emails versus bad emails, ones you should use versus ones you shouldn't use. And we see on average about 50% of emails that companies have are good and usable and won't get you into trouble. Same thing for phones. We have phone scores that use proprietary usage insights from all of our caller ID network to say which phones are in use, which ones aren't in use. We know you can't reach somebody on a phone that's not in use. Yet, 40% of dials made by agencies go to phones that are disconnected or not in use. So we can help you focus on the best 60% of phones to get to 98% of your RPCs, to get to all the dollars that you're looking to collect. So that same intelligence can drive a tech strategy. So without accurate and current intelligence, you can't have a good contact strategy in this new world of an engagement model. And that's the work we're really excited about doing today at TransUnion.
Absolutely. So it sounds to me like from a business perspective, you're providing some of the contact intelligence and then helping people to understand that intelligence and develop their strategies, and then they're going to have to build their own technology rails in order to deliver that. But what you're helping with is all of that that brain power that has to happen prior to actually starting to send these messages, because there's an upside and a downside to contactability, especially as we start moving down the digital channels. The phone channels, if you are, if you don't connect with people, there's limited risk, but there's significant risk if you're unable to connect with people via email or SMS, because now you're going to find yourself on MX block lists, you're going to find yourself with negative repercussions on your IP and other things. And so it looks like you guys are developing that balance to help organizations improve efficiencies, but also avoid the significant pitfalls that can exist if you don't execute on a digital strategy correctly.
Well, that's exactly right. And the execution and executing well are different things, right? And people that are dipping their toe into the water are realizing just how challenging it is to understand a good email versus a bad email and a good phone versus a bad phone. There's lots of intelligence out there. There's lots of behavioral signals out there that we've put into meaningful, easy-to-use scores that can help people identify which ones are which. And we see really good efficacy against collectability based on those scores. So it's not just determining which accounts should I contact. A contact strategy is a really important thing, especially as the industry is shifting to meet consumers where their expectations are, and to think about communication holistically. An email might not get a response, but an email followed by a phone number, followed by a phone call might get that response. Or an email followed by a text may get that response. And those used in conjunction become very powerful. And that's where marketers have been doing this for ages. Companies that are doing consumer outreach have been doing this for ages. This is not new terrain. It's just new terrain in the collection agency world.
Absolutely, and it sounds like you guys have taken a lot of the signals that are available and actually converted those into actionable intelligence, and that's what I think TransUnion is really known for in the industry these days, is that actionable intelligence that people can carry forward. Well, Mitchell, I really appreciate you coming on and having a chat with me today. This is some very interesting stuff that you guys are working over there to both improve efficiency and the effectiveness of the collection digital strategies.
Well, thanks, Adam. It's always great to talk to you.
For those of you that are watching, if you have additional questions that you'd like to ask Mitchell or myself, you can leave those in the comments below. Here on LinkedIn or YouTube, we'll also be including Mitchell's contact information in the social media posts and the descriptions of the video so that you can reach out and talk to him directly and learn more about contactability from TransUnion. But until next time, Mitchell, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll talk to you all again soon.
Bye, everybody.